So what does next generation mean to you in terms of gaming consoles? I think it means different things to different people. The Nintendo Switch is technically a next generation console, which would make it a generation ahead of the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, or even the PlayStation 4 Pro, which are 8th gen consoles. So even though it's much less powerful, it's still technically a next gen system. Now, there is an Ori and the Blind Forest developer who goes by his name is Thomas, and he was talking about, his name is Thomas Mahler, and he responded to someone on NeoGAF talking about the Xbox Scorpio, and he mentioned the PS4 Pro as well. This is what he said. He said all consoles now are x86 PCs, and the architecture will remain the same. That's why Sony was able to quickly iterate on the PS4 and make a beefier version of it. Then he goes on to say, Scorpio is a quote-unquote next-gen machine with the added benefit that all your old games will still be compatible from this point on. Similar to PCs, you will not lose your library when you buy a next-generation system. It's always interesting because he does go in on NeoGAF, which I love. He says, I guess since NeoGAF is confused, Microsoft will need to do a little work to make it clear to everyone that Scorpio isn't just a half-assed upgrade, which the PS4 Pro kinda is, but a full-blown next-gen machine that's just backwards compatible with your current library. So, how do you guys feel about this, right? Like, I love the fact that he goes in on the PS4 Pro and says it's a half-assed upgrade. Phil Spencer said the same thing. He said he didn't want half-steps. He didn't say half-assed, but he said half-step. And he said that well before the Pro was revealed, or well before anything else, when he was talking about, mid-gen updates and things like that. I think that he's talking about strictly power, as opposed to like this being Microsoft's 9th gen system. You know what I mean? For me, I think that Microsoft has the idea of doing a mid-gen refresh or something, just strictly because fans have been asking for it, things like that, and the whole wait for it or whatever. I do like the aspect that we don't lose our games, and that is something that should have been there from the beginning with the Xbox One and PS4 Pro. These things should have been able to play our previous games and things like that. I don't like the fact that we couldn't be able to do that, but from here on in, it looks like we're going to be able to play that stuff. And while I don't necessarily agree 100% that it's a next-gen console, I do think that it's got that power leap that would make it almost next-gen. So, I don't know. Like, for me, it's a little bit weird because it's not going to have the ESRAM or anything like that. So there is that aspect of it. The architecture is going to be the same, obviously the same dashboard. It's going to play the same games, just different version of the game. I guess like it's going to detect, if it's a Scorpio thing or Scorpio mode activated or whatever. You know what I mean? Like maybe we'll get to pick what we want to play. But I do like the fact that this dev's got the balls to come out and say something like the PS4 Pro is a half-assed upgrade and the Scorpio isn't. Obviously this guy knows a lot about what's going on since he was one of the creators of Ori and the Blind Forest and the second Ori game, which will probably come out this year or be announced this year anyway. So yeah, I think that that's definitely interesting, definitely cool to hear developers talk, and developers not afraid to talk. That's very, very rare that we have these kind of developers that aren't afraid to speak their mind and things like that. So I'm very excited about that. Very cool that he kind of goes in on the PlayStation 4 Pro as well. I'm always a fan of that. Just a quick reminder, if you guys missed Xbox Nation podcast last night, go check it out. We did a fantastic show, Dealer Gaming, myself, Hellhammer, GKB, She-Wolf, the whole crew, rocking it out, talking about the Scorpio leaks and the Scorpio path forward, because actually we had those documents, and so we discussed it and things like that. If you like this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel tremendously. Also, hit that bell in between there, because then you get alerted to all my videos. Thanks for watching. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.